to this very day in this time that is a wicked animal, that is a wicked creation. And we understand that this great beast is a leopard, and for some reason, leopard clothing is very popular. Leopard, I see people have leopard steering wheels, leopard underwear, leopard candles, leopard bed sheets, leopard caps, leopard, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And one should take a pause, and just like we was reading 1 Peter 5 and 8, that Satan be diligent, that Satan, your adversary, comes down like a lion seeking whom he may destroy, and Satan is destroying a lot of people with leopard, and and that is going to manifest in the lesson where he's going to be very clear, especially when we redo the background. So now we're going to go to Revelations 13 and 2.
And 2?
Yeah, Revelation chapter 13 and 2.
The dragon.
Revelation chapter 13 and 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. So, see how this is even depicted in the New Testament of this, the leopard beast. And I really wanted y'all to get the background because it would flow much better. Now we're gonna go to First Maccabees and go into the leopard a little bit more in depth with the great leopard. Four beasts, because a lot of people don't know who the four beasts of the leopard are, the four heads of the leopard are. They go back to the Roman Empire.
That's
with,
right.
Alexander the Great. So this is First Maccabees chapter 1.
Yeah.
First Maccabees chapter 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medians, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, and insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. This is that great leopard beast right here. Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became the tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So these are the four beasts of the head of the great leopard. So this is the initial start of them. They're still here today. They're just pass it on, one generation after another generation. This is just the inception of the great leopard beast. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. And if y'all do the history of Alexander, he had 4 generals.
That's right.
4 generals. These are key things to know about Bible prophecy. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. So this is the reason why evils were multiplied to this level, because you got to remember, in verse 3, the whole world was quiet. Not anybody can do that. So this was a great beast that was prophesied that he quieted the whole planet Earth, like on a Pharaoh status. Verse 9, and after his death they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth, and there came out of them a wicked root, anti-tosh, y'all read it later. Short name, Ephes, son of Antioch, the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So that was touching on a little bit about how Zion was going through a hard time, and they would rather be comely with the beast and be in league with the beast. Some of Zion, and we're going to talk about that later on, about dealing with the beast and how Yah is going to deal with anyone who deals with the beast on that level and trust in the beast. Now we're going to go to the behavior of the leopard. This is Proverbs 28 and 15. And this is why, anybody, who's wearing leopard, you should think twice. Given, the scriptural, just like snakeskin, this is like snakeskin, what I'm saying, or whatnot.
That's right.
Proverbs 28:15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over poor people. Thus what we have right here, and again, it was supposed to flow in together. You're supposed to be understanding the background of this and seeing this. But the people who are ruling, this is the behavior. They are that lion beast, that leopard beast. Just like in 1 Peter 5 and 8, that Satan comes down like a roaring lion, thinking that whom he may devour and whatnot. Now we're going to go to Jeremiah 13:23. Jeremiah 13:23. Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Meaning that the leopard is going to stay what it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people that are putting on the strange flesh, and we'll talk about that later on too, the strange flesh, that's because, they have hearts to do evil, and they like this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like whores, a cold-hearted whore, she likes being a whore. Or a cold-hearted, homosexual, they like this stuff. Or a cold-hearted murderer, they like this stuff. So just like the scripture is saying, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Meaning that this is the way they are. You know what I'm saying? And this goes back to for those who are trying to walk with Yah, these are strange garments that you want to put from you, because they come with certain spiritual presence, whether you know it or not. You dialing into something, whether you know it or not.
That's right. When you know it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Now, when you do know something, it's more concentrated. If you know that, hey man, I'm about to go kill this person, that's a premeditated. But if you go kill somebody accidentally, you got into a fight, you didn't know you were gonna get up and get in the fight, you punched them, they died. That's different. You know what I'm saying? They call it manslaughter. And y'all understands that too. You know what I'm saying? the difference. Now we're going to go to Jeremiah chapter 5 and 6. Jeremiah chapter 5 and 6. I hope nobody got any leopard underwear on in here.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, yeah. Over there, you, Brother Ryan. Yeah.
I got some Hanes, man. I got the Jordans on.
Leopard print Hanes, Brother Ryan.
I got some Hanes on. I'm pretty low,
Okay.
boy.
I think Fruit Balloons make a leopard print too.
I know they do. Yeah, come on.
Okay. All right, 5 and 6. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. And it goes back to 1 Peter 5 and 8. Satan is a very sneaky and calculating cat, feline, just like a leopard, just crouching and seeing who Satan may devour. And again, when you put on this type of garment, you're taking on the spirit, and you don't want to do that. A leopard shall watch over the cities. Every one that goeth out thence shall be torn to pieces, because their transgressions are many, and their backslidings are increased. And just like, saying Yah will release Satan on somebody to destroy them when he had enough as well too. And the scripture is making it very clear, once these people in this particular situation in Proverbs 5 went out of the guidelines of Yah, and they went out of them, out of the city, the leopard was just waiting for him to destroy them. So you don't want to put on this spiritual garment that you're putting on, because again, it's going to affect you whether you know it or not. Now we're going to go to Hosea chapter 13 and 7. And everywhere, I was just looking up, I just go to the store, man, it's everywhere. I'm in the checkout line, and a woman pulling up, and on the front of her basket, her daughter with a coat, a leopard coat, and I'm just looking. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand the spirit that's behind this at this point. Right. And, she probably think, I didn't like her or something, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just looking in disgust because it also goes into whoring. That is a customary cloth of whores. And you're putting that on your daughter, and that spirit is on them. It's being developed in them. That freak.
That's that cover.
That freak, and it's a freak.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Some of the most people, y'all grew up in the 70s. Y'all grew up in the 70s. Y'all know them people who was down with some leopard stuff. They had a very freaky side to them. Y'all know that? Y'all know what I'm talking about? And this wasn't just cuz. And I ain't talking about, Songs of Solomon, intimate. I'm talking about some freak stuff. Because again, when the demons can tap in, because the freak stuff comes from the demon world, and when they can tap into you, man, you're doing all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
All horror stuff.
Let me lick inside of your earlobe and spit on you. I mean, you're doing some freak stuff, man.
What did you say, Hosea?
This is Hosea chapter 13 and 7. And these things need to be discussed because,
I appreciate you discussing this. I keep on speaking. I appreciate it.
Because a lot of people
speak that, because they don't speak that in the pulpit. They speak that.
Because Satan, while nobody speaks on that, Satan is teaching people how to be sexual.
That's right.
So if you don't learn how to be sexual in a healthy manner, you're like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know about Proverbs 31 woman 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I would have known that, would have avoided some situations and whatnot. Nope.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
If they would have kept on teaching in the pulpit,
yes,
you would have had to understand more instructions in your ears.
Again, and how many, guys can, talk some women, a woman who they took her virginity into doing some vile stuff, some pimps, you know what I'm saying? She was a virgin last year, and now she out on the whole street. You know what I'm saying? Because if the words of healthy sexual behavior was in her, she'd be like, nah, that's not good, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Because people aren't learning the difference between good and bad. They just putting it all together, and Satan just having a way.
That's right.
Because Satan gonna teach your children if you don't want to teach them.
That's right.
And if you two, you know what I'm saying, if you don't know that, say like, I know. And I was going to go to that, man, you know what I'm saying, about the apple, you know what I'm saying, giving the teachers apples. That's like giving, you know, that's like giving the teacher, this is why they do it. Y'all was dealing with me about this yesterday. He was like, this is the, we all know the forbidden fruit of good and evil.
Right.
Now we're down here as children, and we metaphorically go into the teacher and say, teach us how to use our forbidden fruit. And that's why I got a worm in it. What the snake on the what's the metaphor of Eve and the tree? It's a snake with an apple. For the children, it's a worm in an apple. Man, it's gonna be some deep stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's deep. Deep lesson, man. You know, y'all was giving that to me, you know?
Hey, there you go.
And that goes back to Satan is gonna teach the children if people are not gonna do their due diligence to labor and seek Yah so Yah can reveal mysteries to them. You know, how many people you know who got leopard? A lot. So this is Hosea 13. You saw it today?
Yeah, the lady of
Bam.
the car we got in.
I wasn't paying attention.
Bam.
Of course, I got you back there.
Thank you, man, because I wasn't paying attention.
Hosea.
I just remember Tina Turner.
Tina Turner was a big wearer of leopard. She's a big wearer of leopard, connoisseur of leopard.
Yeah.
All right, so this is and once after this lesson, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna really start seeing that. I mean, every time I went to the store, just everywhere, leopard. It was disgusting because you know the spirit that's coming. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Hosea chapter 13 and 7. Therefore, I will be unto them as a lion, as a leopard. By the way will I observe them. And you know what I'm saying? And then you're going to start paying attention to these people who sporting this leopard, their mannerism, the spirit that's on them. They're lurking, they're just scouring because they're taking on that beast spirit, whether they want it or not. That's why, again, you got to be careful what you put on yourself. That's why you can either put on Yahushua HaMashiach, and walk righteously, or you can put on the variations of the devil garment and just be, you know, whatever, you know. You know, you're going to put on a garment.
That's right.
And another thing about the leopard, what is the leopard? Spotted.
Right.
Yahusha garment is unspotted.
Not spotted blemish.
That's what I'm saying. But the leopard, Satan's like, oh yeah, put on a spotted garment.
You got spots.
All over you. Because Satan, that's how Satan is. I'm joining party. It is very deep spiritually about this leopard. It's very deep. And Satan promotes this leopard, wearing of the leopard for a reason. Now we're going to go to Sirach chapter 21 and 2. Sirach in the Apocrypha 21 and 2. Because, you know, if Satan is using, again, Satan is using a lot of the women to do this. If Satan is putting this predator spirit on the women, they're going out and being predators for Satan. Just like the Proverbs 7 woman. And the end result is to bring everybody to hell. That's the predator.
That's the only thing. You missed the boat. 5:17. What was the...
This is Sirach 21, chapter, verse 2. 21 and 2. Flee from sin, as from the face of the serpents. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are the teeth of the lion, leopard, slaying the souls of man. So again, not only are you coming close to it, you putting it on. The serpent, the leopard can bite you at any moment, devouring you. And again, I'm going to read it again. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, aka leopard, slaying the souls of man. So again, this is a very spiritual thing, and again, you got to be careful what you put on. And it's customary that, with certain people, we know when certain person wear this type of stuff, they we understand, okay, this type of person. Somebody coming to you with baggy pants and you know what I'm saying, and a 40 in their hand, you know, okay, you know, this type of person. Somebody coming to you with skin tight jeans on and all this, okay, this type of person. What you put on is giving off an aura, whether you want to it or not, or whether you're aware of it or not again. Okay, so that we was talking about the leopard's behavior. Again, the Bible does not speak highly of the leopard in a fashion where it's something that you should put on. It's something that is more so warning you against, and when you get involved with sin, it's going to devour you. The leopard is coming to devour you. This great cat, is coming to destroy you. Now we're going to go to the covering Yah gave you. Genesis 3:21. Probably touch a couple more things. Yeah, but you know, the lesson don't flow until that background.
All right. Go ahead, make sure you bring your computer down. Get it right. Let's try to get me a tire back there. Start going through this mess.
Yeah, it's probably just a computer. You
It
gotta
is,
be.
I'll get another one. We'll work on that.
That thing just crashed. Genesis.
You understand, again, when I get the other computer to
3:21.
Minister Albert in Burundi, so since I got you now.
Yeah, it's all good. Work something out. I just didn't. I thought it was when it came on. I thought everything was gonna flow. Yeah, everything flow because it going back and forth with it flow, but you know whatever. Genesis 3:21. Unto Adam also and to his wife did Yah make coats of skin and clothe them. So you gotta understand, you know, Yah wasn't putting any and everything upon Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? And that means we shouldn't put any and everything on us. Again, you know, a lot of and it goes back into the stuff that y'all I can present about. It's a heathen custom to wear a lot of this stuff. This stuff, you know, about wearing the leopard, that stuff comes from the Gentiles, and we gotta understand. And it is prominent in the Gentiles' history, and Yah made it clear: don't take none of their ways, and don't do that. You know, and when you do that, you know, again, whether you want it or not, they're coming. You know what I'm saying?
Thorn in flesh.
Whether you want it or not.
Come on.
And you know, and some people know, and some people don't.
Come on.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to Zion doesn't care. They don't care. You know, and a lot of other nations too. They don't care. So they're just gonna enjoy being in a covering that's not of Yah. This is Isaiah 65:2-5. Probably again just touch on a couple of these and rest. Isaiah 65:2-5. Isaiah chapter 65, 2 verse 5. I have spread out my hands. This is Isaiah 65, chapter 2, verse 5. I have spread out mine hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in the way that was not good, after their own thoughts. And you know, again, you know, the stuff that y'all are missing out right now, but the main point is they're putting on a strange flesh, you know. A people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face. I mean, some people got their whole house decked out with leopard everything, especially the bedroom. And that's where the main leopard stuff is in the bedroom.
Walls painted and everything.
You know, pillow sheets, bed sheets.
That's right. Walls.
Everything. You know what I'm saying?
Furniture.
The lingerie. Everything. Leopard, 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 leopard. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificed in gardens, and burning incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves, and lodge in the mountains, which eat swine's flesh, and brought of abominable things in their vessels. Again, they putting abominable things in their vessels and on their vessels. You know, it's like putting, you know, hey man, look at my shoes. I got some pigskin shoes. You gonna look at them crazy. And shoes. I got a swine leather jacket. Man, bro, don't even touch me, bro. I don't even want to touch nothing you got. You know what I'm saying? I remember I went to a few years ago. Went to Home Depot. I got some gloves. I found out it was swine's flesh. I was like, I can't. They didn't want to return. I'm like, nah, I can't use that. That's swine. You know. I already used them too. You know, until I found out. You know, I can't use this. You know, I can't be praising Yah. You know, digging a hole for Yah and with some swine gloves on. No. And again, that with the garments that you're putting on, you know what I'm saying? Which say, stand by thyself. Come not near to me. So this is the people with the strange garments telling the righteous people, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. So again, you know, when people who got an assortment of leopard underwear and garments in they dresser, you know what I'm saying, you know, which, you know, married, you know, in the bed, you know, you gotta be careful about this stuff, you know, putting on, you know, apparel that the Most High is letting you know, hey, this is more so of a negative thing, and you know, and it's bringing on a certain spirit with it. Now we're going to go to Jeremiah 17:5. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. Because you want to have a healthy mind and a healthy sexual appetite, a healthy bringing up your children, you know, and whatnot, your grandchildren, etc., you know, and it's ways that we must learn to make things as healthy as possible. This is 17 verse 5. You know, I think there's even leopard skin Pampers. I mean, it don't stop. It don't stop. It don't stop. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll call it like some Flintstones. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But again, because the parents, a lot of people not understanding the spiritual connection with this garment have, they just put it on a child, and it's whether a child want it or not, don't matter. I mean, and if there's children that's walking around with HIV, don't think the spirit of that leopard spirit won't get on them. You know, they got children born with HIV, you know what I'm saying? So the spiritual demons, they can have on them too. This is, and you know, and it's a hypersexual. A lot of children nowadays are hypersexual. You know what I'm saying? Like, what all of a sudden everybody just freaks? You know? Like, what's going on? You know? You growing up, you eating it. You sleeping, you eating it. You standing up, you watching, you eating it. And you wondering why, you know, little Bobby getting expelled from school from, you know, going around and touching people inappropriately. What you mad at me for? This is what I grew up on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And mommy and daddy, they got a leopard sex night every Thursday. You know?
They be sleeping, man.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what this child is being reared in, whether the parents know it or not, if they're doing it intentionally or not intentionally.
Right. It's in the household.
It's in the house.
No, it's in our culture and everywhere else we're around. It's there, the spirit is still.
Exactly, and that's what Satan's wants. Satan wants to take your apple. Tell your mom and dad bye. I'll teach you everything you need to know. I'll make good use of this apple. This knowledge of good and evil, I'll teach you. You know, you don't want Satan to teach you the knowledge of good and evil.
Yes.
You want Yah to teach you the
Yes.
knowledge of good and
Yes.
evil. Because if Satan teaches you, it's going to be perverted.
That's right.
Look, you can be spotted. I mean, no problem. All right, where we at? I'll probably end on this one for the night. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Yes, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. The only way you cannot be ignorant of Satan's devices if you're in the Word, if you got a relationship with God. That really tells you, because y'all will let, I mean, you know, not bring up, I'm in a relationship with God, and y'all just be like, hey, look at that. He's showing me, he's teaching me. I say, yeah, this, you teach me, and he's like, here's a teaching moment. Here's a teaching moment right here.
Yes.
But only we're not going to be ignorant to Satan's devices if we're in a relationship with God. If you're not in a relationship with God, you're going to miss a lot of these key things. You know, you're going to have the leopard speedos and the leopard, you know, chandeliers and all that stuff, and spirits are going to be coming through that, but you're going to be doing it in ignorance because, you know, a lot of people are being lazy in the scriptures and being lazy with their relationship with Yah and whatnot. So I'll read that again for the last time. Least Satan should get an advantage of you, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You know, so I went on that just for time's sake, and, you know, obviously because try to get this thing working later on. But yeah, so just part two and go from there. So this is just the start of it. So, you know, y'all might start seeing Leopard too, and just be like, you know, as the brother Reggie saw today, you know, the leopard, you're probably gonna be noticing it more and more. I mean, everywhere. That'd be like everywhere. Little girls, you know, just everywhere.
All right. Thank Yahuwah again for another great lesson today. Praise His name. You know, I like that when we in here we're talking about the spirit. That, you know what I'm saying, we ain't talking about what you're wearing, but we're talking about how that spirit comes and how it devours, kills, and destroys. And especially if you of Yahuwah and you want to live Yahuwah, like you said, have a relationship, you know, with Yahuwah, then you want to repent and turn from these evil ways, you know, because you definitely want your household. I like that too. Nowadays, it's in our household and it's in our children. And like you said, if you're the man of your household and you're of Yahuwah, then you want to protect your household. You want to root all that stuff out your house. If your wife is wearing it, then you got to talk one-on-one with your wife about the situation. And if she's obedient like you the head, you know, and she's submissive to you, so then she will take heed, you know what I'm saying? And just because it's not because of you or her, it's because it's of Yah to keep the household again. But again, I thank Yahuwah for the study. Like I said, Brother Fabian, I appreciate the study again because I'm here. You know, I want the apple, like he said, of Yahuwah. And I don't want the apple of Satan, because Satan's stuff is perverted, and he's giving it to us every day, trying to give it to us every day, trying to trip us up, trying to get us to miss the mark of the Most High. You know, that is the shaman. Again, I say salutations to everybody over in Burundi, Africa. Your bishop says salutations to everybody, Bishop Kodori, Pastor Jacob, Pastor Cabela, Pastor Colston in India, to all my bishops and pastors over there. The bishop right here says salutations. And again, the floor is open again for salvation. You know, I've mentioned this too because time is short. You know what I'm saying? We don't know when Yahushua is coming, the day and hour, when the Son of Man is coming. We don't know. He's coming like a thief in the night. You know, and he said, if you up, man, and the thief come in and break in your house, you was up. You know that thief was breaking in, you was ready. But don't let the thief come in and steal everything. You're not ready. So again, you know, I bring you to the table that salvation must be born again of the water and the Spirit. Yahushua said must believe and be baptized, should be saved. Yeshua said, you believe not, should be damned. You know, and then he said in Luke 24:47, repentance of sins should be preached in Jerusalem. First of Jerusalem, that's what Apostle Peter did. He said, repent, be baptized, every one of you in the name of Yeshua, for remission of sins. You shall receive the gift of HaKadosh. All right. Bless you. And again, like I said, it's good to be in the house of y'all. And we got, like I said, we got Shabbat service tomorrow. And you're welcome to be there. All right. So bless you. May y'all bless thee and keep thee. May y'all make your face shine upon thee, grace to thee. May y'all just come upon you in peace in Yahushua's name. May y'all make it right on the high place. For the head of your cold, with the head of Yosef, with the head of Abraham, for the mouth of y'all spoke it. Put them out. Y'all spoke in Yahushua's name. Amadama. Let you get that recorder, man. I gotta just push the stop. The button right there. Face it to you. You see it right there? No? It's right there, remote right there on the computer, right there. Face down right there. You see it? There you go. Push the stop. Yeah, just push it. Push it towards the camcorder. You got it?